What if your next move wasn't just about affordability or safety, but waking up every day feeling inspired by your surroundings? In 2025, there are cities across the US that don't just look good on paper, they feel like a fresh start. From underrated coastal gems to breathtaking mountain towns, these are the places quietly becoming dream destinations for people ready to level up their lifestyle. So before you renew that lease or settle for the same old routine, ask yourself, could your future be waiting in one of these stunning cities? Stick around, because we're counting down the 10 most beautiful cities to live in for 2025. 10. San Antonio, Texas. Imagine waking up to the sound of mariachi music echoing through historic streets while sipping coffee near the Riverwalk. That's life in San Antonio, a city that blends rich heritage, affordability, and excitement in one unforgettable package. With over 1.5 million residents, San Antonio is the seventh largest city in the US, but it still manages to feel warm and welcoming, like a big town with a small town heart. This place is more than just the Alamo. It's a celebration of culture, color, and community. One of San Antonio's biggest draws? The cost of living. You can live comfortably here on a budget that might barely get you by in places like Austin or Dallas. The average cost to own a home is just around $270,000 compared to $450,000 in nearby Austin. Renters aren't left out either. Median rent hovers around $1,250 a month, well below the national average. So yes, you can afford guacamole on everything here. And talk about jobs. San Antonio's economy is firing on all cylinders with major employers in cybersecurity, healthcare, bioscience, and tourism. The San Antonio Military Medical Center and USAA are economic pillars. Unemployment is low at around 3.8%, and the city's job growth is expected to rise by 38% over the next 10 years, faster than the national average. Need sunshine in your life? San Antonio boasts over 300 sunny days a year, making it perfect for outdoor lovers. From paddleboarding on the San Antonio River to strolling through Brackenridge Park or catching a Spurs game, boredom is not an option. The San Antonio Fiesta, a 10-day cultural extravaganza, draws over 2.5 million visitors annually, proof that this city knows how to party. But what really makes San Antonio shine is its soul. Whether it's the colorful murals in Southtown, the scent of sizzling fajitas in Market Square, or the historic charm of the Missions, this city pulses with authenticity. It's affordable, it's fun, and it's one of the most beautiful cities to build a life in 2025. If you want to live somewhere where tradition meets tomorrow, with a taco in hand, San Antonio is calling. 9. Key West, Florida. Key West isn't just a beach town, it's a mood, a lifestyle, a tiny island with a huge personality. Sitting at the very tip of the Florida Keys, just 90 miles north of Cuba, this tropical haven may only be about 7.2 square miles, but it packs a paradise-sized punch. With pastel-colored conch houses, roaming roosters, and the most vibrant sunsets in the country, Key West feels like living in a watercolor painting with margaritas. Despite its small size, Key West draws over 2 million tourists a year, but it's the 26,000 full-time residents who really live the dream. Here, your backyard might be a beach, and your daily commute could be a bike ride under swaying palms. The island lifestyle is real, easygoing, friendly, and always barefoot ready. And let's talk weather. Key West boasts an average temperature of 77 degrees, and it hasn't seen frost since 1873. Winter? What winter? Sure, island life doesn't come cheap. The average home price hovers around $980,000, and rentals go for roughly $3,000 a month. But Florida's no-state income tax policy eases the financial bite. Plus, many locals work in tourism, hospitality, art, or remote jobs, turning sunsets into side hustles. The unemployment rate remains low at around 2.5%, and tourism dollars keep the local economy sunny. What really makes Key West magical, though, is its unfiltered charm. Locals call themselves conchs and embrace the laid-back Keysy vibe. You'll find poetry slams at coffee shops, drag shows on Duval Street, and open-air seafood shacks where the catch of the day comes with ocean views. Hemingway lived here. Jimmy Buffett wrote songs about it. And you could wake up every morning surrounded by swaying palms, salty breezes, and a community that lives life out loud. Whether it's diving the coral reefs, kayaking the mangroves, or sipping a mojito as the sun sinks below Mallory Square, Key West turns daily living into an art form. If your soul's been craving paradise with personality, this is where flip-flops meet freedom. 8. Portland, Maine. Welcome to Portland, Maine, a coastal city where salty sea breezes blend with the smell of wood-fired pizza and lobster rolls. It's one of those rare places where small-town charm meets big city creativity. With a population of just over 68,000, Portland offers a cozy yet dynamic lifestyle with front-row views of the Atlantic Ocean. It's got the vibe of a fishing village and the swagger of a food and arts capital. Let's talk real estate. While home prices have climbed in recent years, the median sits around $485,000, which is still manageable compared to coastal cities like Boston, $765,000, or San Francisco, $1.3 million. Rent averages around $2,000 per month, depending on proximity to the waterfront. Maine doesn't have a state sales tax on groceries or clothing, so you're saving even while spending. Portland's job market thrives in healthcare, education, tourism, and increasingly, remote work. The unemployment rate hovers near 2.8%, and the city's steady population growth suggests people aren't just visiting, they're staying. With craft breweries, over 20 boutique shops, and one of the top-rated farmers markets in the US, you'll never run out of things to explore. Nature lovers, get ready. With Casco Bay Islands a ferry ride away, ski slopes 90 minutes inland, and the Marginal Way coastal walk just down the road, adventure is always nearby. Summer temps average 75 degrees, and winters, well, yes, there's snow, but Portlanders embrace it with snowshoes, cocoa, and fireplaces. Culturally, Portland punches way above its weight. You've got art walks, the Portland Symphony Orchestra, and the Maine College of Art influencing the city's creative buzz. And don't forget the food. Portland has been ranked as one of the top small food cities in America. Think gourmet donuts, 5-star seafood, and more food trucks than parking spaces. Portland is the kind of place where neighbors know your name, the barista remembers your order, and the sunrise over the harbor makes you stop and stare, even if you're late for work. If you're craving salt air, strong coffee, and a life with a little more soul, Portland might be your forever town. 7. Annapolis, Maryland. If you've ever dreamed of living in a city where every corner tells a colonial story, every street leads to the sea, and every day ends with a golden sunset over sailboats, welcome to Annapolis. Maryland's capital might be small, but it packs a lifestyle that's part history book, part harbor retreat. With only about 41,000 residents, Annapolis offers the peace of a seaside village with the perks of being just 30 minutes from Washington, D.C. You'll find cobblestone streets, 18th century row houses, and flags gently flapping above the U.S. Naval Academy. Boating isn't just a hobby here, it's practically a language. Locals spend weekends crabbing, sailing the Chesapeake Bay, or lounging at quiet waterfront parks. With average home prices around $590,000 and rent hovering at $1,300, the cost reflects the lifestyle. But Maryland's high median income, at nearly $95,000, keeps it within reach for many. Government, education, and defense industries fuel the economy, and the unemployment rate is a chill 2.6%. But beyond the numbers, Annapolis just feels good. It's the kind of place where you grab coffee on Main Street and wind up at a weekend art fair, a colonial garden stroll, or a harbor concert as the sun dips low. If you want the balance of history, elegance, and water-kissed peace, Annapolis might just be your East Coast gem. 6. Charleston, South Carolina. Charleston isn't just beautiful, it's cinematic. Think flickering gas lamps, cobblestone alleys, pastel antebellum homes, and oak trees dripping in Spanish moss. This is where southern charm and coastal ease collide to create one of the most romantic cities in America. With about 153,000 residents, Charleston blends history with modern vibrance. You've got the 1670s architecture, yes, but also trendy coffee shops, rooftop bars, and a booming food scene where shrimp and grits are basically religion. Housing varies wildly. Downtown properties might top $1 million, But surrounding suburbs like West Ashley or Mount Pleasant offer homes in the $400 $500K range. Rent averages around $2,200, and people pay it gladly for a taste of the lowcountry lifestyle. Charleston's economy thrives in tourism, aerospace, hello Boeing, healthcare, and tech. The 2.9% unemployment rate shows it's not just about vibes, it's about opportunity. And with remote work on the rise, this picturesque town is becoming a hotbed for digital nomads who like their Zoom calls served with ocean breezes. From haunted ghost tours and jazz nights to oyster roasts and beach bike rides, Charleston lives at the intersection of history and hospitality. It's charming without being pretentious, coastal without being sleepy. And once you watch the pink sunset melt behind the Ravenel Bridge, you'll understand why it's been ranked the best city in the US, again and again.
5. Honolulu, Hawaii. If paradise had a zip code, it would be Honolulu. This island city on Oahu is where crystal clear waves meet a sparkling skyline, and palm trees sway between high rises and volcanoes. It's a visual masterpiece with a heartbeat, and living here is like winning the life lottery. With 345,000 people, Honolulu is a sweet spot between big city energy and island calm. You could be paddleboarding in Waikiki at sunrise and grabbing sushi by noon. And with 278 sunny days a year and highs around 85 degrees, you'll never need to check the weather again. Yes, it's pricey. The median home runs around $830,000, and rent floats between $2,400 and $3,200. But Hawaii offers major trade-offs: top healthcare, low crime, and no state tax on Social Security. Plus, the state boasts the longest life expectancy in America, 81.3 years.
Jobs here span tourism, education, healthcare, and defense. Pearl Harbor Hickam Joint Base alone supports over 50,000 jobs. And thanks to remote work, more people are now moving to Honolulu for peace, not just a paycheck. But the real reason people stay? The aloha spirit. It's not a slogan, it's a way of life. Kindness flows naturally here, community is strong, and every sunset feels like therapy. Honolulu isn't just where you go to escape, it's where you go to live better. 4. Aspen, Colorado, tucked deep in the Rockies at nearly 8,000 feet above sea level, Aspen is a luxury snow globe that never stops sparkling. Yes, it's famous for skiing, but the beauty here doesn't melt when the snow does. Aspen is a four-season fantasy: wildflowers in summer, golden aspens in fall, powder-drenched slopes in winter, and bluebird skies in spring. It's tiny, only 7,000 residents, but it has the soul and bank account of a much bigger city. Let's not sugarcoat it. Aspen is expensive. The median home costs around $3.2 million, and rents often soar above $3,500. But what you're paying for isn't square footage, it's a lifestyle. People here bike to yoga, hike to brunch, and toast wine beneath the stars after art gallery strolls. The economy thrives on tourism, hospitality, the arts, and green tech. Aspen runs on 100% renewable energy, and its residents are fiercely protective of the nature they call home. Unemployment? Under 3%. From the Aspen Music Festival to the Food and Wine Classic and the X Games, there's always something happening. But what makes Aspen magical isn't just its events, it's the peace between them. If you want mountain air, conscious living, and a town that feeds your spirit and challenges your body, Aspen is calling your name.
3. San Francisco, California. San Francisco is what happens when creativity, culture, and chaos hold hands and walk into the fog. It's weird, it's wild, and it's beautiful in ways no camera can capture. With steep hills, rainbow-painted Victorians, historic cable cars, and the mighty Golden Gate, SF feels like its own little planet. Home to 815,000 people, this city blends counterculture with cutting-edge tech like nowhere else. Of course, the elephant in the room is the cost. The median home price is around $1.3 million. Rent? About $3,300 a month for a one-bedroom. But you're paying for world-class everything: parks, food, innovation, views, and vibe. It's the headquarters for giants like Salesforce and Airbnb. The median household income sits at $136,000, and if you're in tech, biotech, or design, you're in the right zip code. But here's the twist. Despite the hustle, SF still feels deeply human. You can hike cliffs in the morning, eat dumplings in Chinatown by lunch, and catch an open mic poetry slam that night. The microclimates mean it's sunny in the Mission and foggy in the Sunset on the same day. With its progressive heart, booming job market, and cultural kaleidoscope, San Francisco is a place where dreamers come to build, create, and redefine the future. If you crave boldness, this city doesn't whisper, it shouts.
2. Savannah, Georgia. Savannah is what happens when history hugs hospitality. It's slow, sultry, and spellbinding. Moss-draped trees shade 22 public squares lined with fountains and mansions, while horse-drawn carriages clip down cobbled streets. But don't let the old-school looks fool you. Savannah is buzzing with new energy. Artists, entrepreneurs, and remote workers are flocking to this southern belle. The population is around 150,000 and climbing, and the cost of living? Shockingly low. Median home prices hover near $290,000, and rent averages $1,500. Savannah College of Art and Design, SCAD, adds a splash of creativity and youth. The Port of Savannah, the third largest in the U.S., drives jobs in logistics, while tourism, art, and food power the vibe. The unemployment rate sits at a modest 3.2%. You'll find haunted pub crawls, jazz festivals, gospel brunches, and food so good it feels like a sin. From peach cobbler to fried green tomatoes, every bite is a hug. Savannah doesn't just charm, it casts a spell. It's quirky, it's warm, and it's as photogenic as it is soulful. If you're looking for southern magic without the price tag, this might be your fairy tale city. 1. Sedona, Arizona, a crimson-colored oasis that feels like another planet. With only 10,000 residents, this desert gem delivers jaw-dropping beauty on a cosmic level. Sedona isn't just scenic, it's spiritual. Towering red rocks glow at sunset, and hundreds of hiking trails lead to formations so surreal they feel animated. Locals swear by the energy vortexes, and even skeptics admit, this place just feels different. Yes, it's pricey. Median home values are around $925,000, and rent hits $2,800. But the lifestyle? Worth every penny. Think sunrise yoga on cliffs, crystal shopping downtown, and stargazing under skies so clear they look fake. Sedona thrives on tourism, wellness, remote work, and the arts. The unemployment rate is just 3.1%, and the city runs on sustainability. There's a dark sky policy to protect the stars, and nearly everything is eco-conscious. What sets Sedona apart isn't just how it looks, it's how it makes you feel. Peaceful, present, recharged. If you want to live in a place where nature heals and inspiration never ends, Sedona is more than a destination, it's a transformation. From the salty shores of Key West to the red rocks of Sedona, these are America's dreamscapes in 2025. Whether you're chasing affordability, scenery, opportunity, or all three, these 10 cities are proof that beauty isn't just a view, it's a way of life. Which city spoke to you the most? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that bell, because your next move might just be one click away.